Family. So check it out. The water's very, very calm. There's a slight ripple on the surface of the water. It's quite hot. And hello. Who wants to be seen? Yes, you really want to be seen, don't you? And I don't even have to come to you. You're gonna come right to me. Yep, Mr. Junebug. I saw him earlier and I thought, should I start my reading? And I thought, no, I need to do my own reading. I do my reading first because the focus is me. And if he wants to be seen, he can come back. And he did, didn't he? Yeah, he really wants to be seen. Bug Totem is our messenger today. So pay attention to what goes on, what thoughts you get, the different messages that come to you, the different things that occur around you within the next 2 to 3 days. 3 to 5 days, something else, and then within 3 to 4 weeks, the lesson will be learned. So I got a lesson this morning. I figured it out. I had 2 different dreams. They were different how they were presented to me. It was really interesting. I love how my higher self works because I was shown my fiance in one dream. I was shown my boyfriend in the other dream. And I realized that it was the masculine part of me that I was seeing as my fiance or my boyfriend. So what keeps you the boyfriend and what makes it become the fiance depends on how you behave. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And then in my dream, I saw 2 wolves, the black wolf and the dark wolf and the light wolf, right? It was funny. If I could show you, if I could tell you, but I can't because it's going to give away my secrets. But it was really interesting about, which wolf is going to get stronger, the one you feed. And I was feeding equally to each, right? And you think about the dark wolf inside of you and the light wolf inside of you, and if you are constantly feeding each the equal amount, you're not getting anywhere. So you've got to starve one wolf and feed the other, unfortunately how I have to put it with the wolves, but they're both sides of you, right? And the dark wolf inside of you needs to be starved, and it's the light wolf that needs to be fed more. And it was interesting because my mom, I just gotta tell you, you probably won't figure it out anyway because it's my message, but and if you do, good for you, high five. But so I see my daughter Lisi. She's like my younger daughter, so it's the younger part of me, I guess. And she's running downstairs. She's making something to eat, and she leaves the refrigerator door open. So I go over to the refrigerator and I want to make myself something to eat. And when I go to, I don't know if I went to shut it or if I went to grab something. I think I went to grab something, and these clumps of turkey fall down. Turkey meat, right? And I've had this before in my dream where I found this turkey meat and it had been there a while, and somebody in the dream was just going to rinse them off. They kept going to the bathroom. The bathroom is where we release, right? And rinsing them under the water because when meat starts going bad, it gets slimy. Not good, right? Your meat starts to turn, you throw it away. Now think about that, what that represents for you. And so in this dream, there was turkey meat, and it was stuck to the top of the refrigerator, and she said there was nothing left to eat, nothing to make. So she ran downstairs. So I said, well, there's a few pieces of meat right in here. So I showed my mom. And I said, look. And I said, there's meat in here. There's turkey meat that was left in. It was just stuck to the top of the refrigerator. And she says, well, if that's what you want to eat. My mother wouldn't be eating that. I can tell you that. It'd be thrown away and she'd have brand new. She's not going to eat turkey, an old turkey, right? So I take the meat and I wash it off, and the first 2 pieces look good, and I decide I'm going to make a sandwich. And I said, look, the first 2 pieces, they're pretty good. And again, she's just like, if you're willing to eat it. And so then I see these 2 wolves outside. One's black, one's dark, one's light. And I thought, well, the first 2 pieces were okay, but now the meat's getting kind of sketchy, right? So it's like you were going to accept the first 2 of whatever it was, but then it's like you're not satisfied with what it is, and you're not going to take the risk. So I throw one piece to the dark wolf, and he grabs it, and then the other one is to the right. And what's interesting is the dark wolf was closer; he grabbed faster. And I threw one to the lighter wolf, and then I threw one to the dark wolf, and it was running out. I didn't have much left, and I thought to myself, I'm feeding 2 wolves, a dark one and a light one. Whoever I feed more is going to get stronger. Who do you need to feed? So I'll just leave you with that, and we'll go into our reading. So today, first of all, we're going to light our incense, because this is dragon incense for a dragon, for a tiger dragon. It smells nummy, and I'm going to put it in my dragon tiger holder. Check it out. So you feed it to the dragon tiger, right? And it burns down, but when you empty it out, it hasn't used it all up. It's wasted. I'm just going to let you figure this out on your own. This is some incense that was given to me by a client, and it was very nice of them to give it to me, right? It smells good. I like it. But this is my favorite incense. And I sacrificed both of them to this tiger. This dragon tiger dragon. And there's one that I like better than the other. Both were wasted, being fed to this tiger dragon. But I wasn't aware of it. It got swallowed up inside, and I didn't see that it was being wasted. So I'm going to put this, my favorite, up where it can burn. And see, what's interesting is this one that I was given by someone else. It's nice, but you can never burn it all the way down. There's no stick, there's no holder for it. So you're always going to waste it. Whereas the one that, my favorite incense, it's on a stick, right? I'll never waste it. And I won't put it, I'll know now not to give this tiger my favorite incense and waste it. Right? Okay. Lessons, life lessons, right? Okay. So today, we're going to work with the Cardinal. The Cardinal talks about knowing your own nobility. And this isn't about arrogance or pride. This is about knowing your value, your true value, and the importance of yourself, and singing your song, being the star of your own show. It's important. And then we're going to work with the little noni rocks. These are sacred markers. You got to balance them, and you put them in a place where if you want to remember how to get back from where you were. And then inside here, covered by all of these cobwebs that need to be cleared away, is the birdhouse. Wisdom, lion, birdhouse. That needed to come out. Remind you. Use your head. And the last one is going to be, my religion is kindness. Okay? So there they are. The Cardinal of Nobility, sacred markers, your wisdom, and the religion being kindness. So, hello, Mama's chicken. Hi. Would you like to come outside? So, I've got both of them out here. She's all snuggled up. She's had all of her attention. I decided while I'm out here and it's so warm, I'll put a fan on me so I can enjoy myself while I'm out here. Also, it drowns out the noise, other noise in the background, and keeps what I'm saying kind of private. Interesting how the light seems. I'll be curious as to how this looks. Maybe it's because of the reflection up here. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, so today we're going to use, I figured, you know what we'll do today. Oh, I like that he's out here. It's okay. Hi. Hi, you're okay. You're a brave boy. See? He's getting better. I've been putting that rosemary and coconut oil on his skin and all of the dry, and you can see a little bit. I noticed a little bit this morning that hadn't gotten, and so I put it back on top, but it's an antibacterial. And that was what my mom gave me in my messages. It's okay, baby boy. Yeah. It's worked. Yeah. Why don't you stay out for a while? Yeah? Okay, so I figured, you know what? I'll give you what you want. Everybody likes the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and everybody likes the Shapeshifters. So I figured, give them what they want. What they want, I like it too. So we're going to work with just those two decks. And then as a clarifier, we're going to use the messages from your animals, since I get so many messages from animals. Let me get a drink here. I've got sun tea that I'm making. Remember yesterday I said I wanted some things, I needed energy. He was digging out some things and he found an energy drink. It's natural, and then he found these, it's a sun tea, it's a tea, and I brewed it in the sun. Man, it gave me energy. It was awesome. So, asking you shall receive, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This message is going to be exactly what everybody needs to hear. Everyone who chose the red cardinal needs to hear these messages. They're going to understand these messages. These messages are going to be the simplest ones. 3 doves. I don't know if you guys caught it. 2 going in one direction, 1 going in the other. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh. Ooh. Beautiful. Sorry, I just have to watch him come across the water. Oh, he landed. A big white crane. I love when they fly. They're so big. Their wingspan is just so impressive. Very cool. Okay. Somebody asked me this morning, I don't know when they asked, but on one of my videos, why do you film in vertical? And I said, because if I film horizontally, you guys will be watching it horizontally. If there's some way to film it on an iPhone that I can film it in horizontal and get it onto my YouTube channel and not have it be, have you guys looking at it sideways, let me know. But in the meantime, this is the way I gotta do it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Alright, here we go. For those who chose the red cardinal. We need a holder. We'll use my sun tea holder. I brew it outside in the sun, and then I bring it in, chill it in the refrigerator. Witchy sisters. For them, I'm doing a reading. Thank you. She's sleeping. If you want to put it up there, I'll get it in later. Thank you. Got room service of salmon for my cats. Okay, so 3 witchy sisters. So what this is talking about is connecting to your higher self. And you've got help. So there's 3. You've got 1 with their eyes open down here in the physical world, and 2 are connecting and tapping into their higher selves spiritually. These 3 are on your team. So their little hats, they're like their psychic antennae. That's connecting, and they're closing their eyes and they're connecting that way spiritually to what they're picking up. And they go everywhere together, these ones. And they each work with each other. They look at things very simply. They keep themselves grounded so that they're able to connect. They connect to spirit, the knowledge that they're getting from spirit. And this one connects to what's below. What is above, so is below. And what they are here for is they sense things. They sense when something's not quite right. They sense the energy. And they come to people who know that there's something that's not quite right, but they can't quite figure out what it is. So what's going on is they're working out what's going on. And they can identify what the energy issue is. And then they can figure out what it would be best for you to do. Like, say with me, my energy issue was I was lacking energy. I was tired, right? So then what I got given to me was an energy drink, a tea that was a boost of energy. And it really worked, and it was great. So this one, message coming forward now with these little three, are telling you that every problem you have, there's a solution for it, right? It's like what we got, right? I was tired and I needed an energy boost. And I was fantastic. I went from being sad and like I was drugged, like I couldn't sleep. I mean, like I couldn't wake up. I just wanted to sleep and sleep. I had no energy. I didn't feel like I was down. To I was dancing in my car. I couldn't even get out of the grocery store parking lot yesterday. I was dancing and singing. It was fantastic. I felt fantastic. And did I stay up all night? He asked me, did that keep you up all night? And I'm like, nope. I worked out last night, went to bed, and I dreamed. I dreamed and dreamed and dreamed. It was amazing. So there's going to be a solution to every problem you have. So Spirit's saying right now, we can feel that there's energy around you, and we can explain what's going on. And we can do it in a way without bringing any fear to you, because it might not be a problem. It feels like it might be a problem to you because you're not quite sure. So Spirit's saying, let us take a look at it. These ones are, and we'll share with you. We'll give you the antidote to whatever it is. But you have to be aware and awake to what's going on. That's why the June bug came forward and said, pay attention to what you notice. Pay attention to what people are doing. Pay attention to what happens over the next few days, 3 to 5 days, because something has just happened. It'll happen twice and then 3 times. Something that has already happened twice will happen 1 more time. And then something that has happened 3 times, that's full circle completion. And then it's finished. And these ones are going to help you say goodbye, because you've learned that lesson once you've mastered it 3 times. Hopefully you've learned your lesson. Okay, so now we're going to go to the clarifier with the animal messenger cards. 2 more. Look how that went. They all go straight down, but that one kind of went sideways. Work imbalance. I feel overworked. My working conditions are not ideal. I'm too hot, I'm too cold, or I pull too much weight. Okay, so here we see, if this is somebody talking to you, they're telling you, my legs are short. I can't travel very far. I'm strong, but my legs are short, so I have not ascended. I've not ascended. My legs are short. I find this really intriguing. Now, does this horse actually have short legs? Or is it the angle that we're looking at this horse? Because if I take the picture from a certain angle, it can make your legs look shorter. If I take it from down here in front of the horse, I would see that the horse's legs are longer. So it just depends. Are they stunting themselves because of their work? Because if you overwork yourself, you're not spiritually balanced. You're not grounded. You're overdoing it. So this person feels like they're tied up to a fence. Their working conditions, whatever they are, it's not good. I'm overloaded. I either have too much work or I have not enough work. Where I am, it's boiling hot, which saps my energy, right? Or I'm doing too much. I'm carrying too much. But when you look at him, he's really not. He's just standing there in the paddock. So what I'm looking at here is, it's all in the way you look at it. And it's all in the way you balance things out. Right now, I decided I like being out on my patio, but it was too warm this morning. So what do? I bring a fan out, so I'm not too hot. My working conditions depend on how I set things up, right? I work for myself. So if I'm overworked, I'm the one who has to slow down. My working conditions are not ideal. What do I have to do to change that? Even if it's you, what do you have to do to change that? Are you doing too much work? Call on Spirit and ask them to help delegate. Delegate yourself. You don't have to do everything. Tell Spirit what it is that you need and allow it to come to you. You pulling too much weight? Well, nobody's got a whip on you. I don't see anybody forcing that on you. That's your choice, right? Now, if this is your pet, I'm too hot or I'm too cold. I don't have working animals. I've got lazy cats. Liger doesn't want to be out here because it's too hot for him. He's got a heavy coat. So also his skin, I already know that. His skin was a problem. And Lily stayed out a lot because it was too hot. And it was drying his skin out. And for her, she likes it's cool. I like it cool at night to sleep too. It's not comfortable for me to sleep when I'm hot. So that's why I knew what was wrong with Liger's skin so that I could help him. Now your animal, I don't know what's going on. If you have a working animal, pay attention to it. And if this is you in your life, pay attention to it as well. You don't have to be the be-all, end-all. You can change your working conditions. And even if you are working for someone else, you can ask Spirit to help those conditions change. Or you can ask somebody else at work to lighten the load. Or you can not press yourself so much. You can give yourself the breaks that you deserve. You don't have to work through lunch, through breaks. You don't have to. It's your choice. 9 is an ending of something. Things are wrapping up. So figure it out. So let's see, who would he go to now? We're going to go to the Noni stones, the sacred markers. Some people call them Noni people. My girlfriend Erica made me a little stacking stones from Sturgeon Bay. Those ones are from Sedona. And it's funny, I forgot that I stacked them on that heart there, and they're doing pretty well. They're balanced. What's interesting is the bottom stone is red rock, the center stone is white, and the top stone is red and white, balanced on top. Now check it out. My favorite incense, pay a little bit more, it's worth it, right? It's not cheap. Comes with a stick, it burns all the way down, nothing is wasted. This one, it smelled good, but this one, as soon as it hits the cement, it stops working, right? And it's wasted. You lose so much of it. Now this is still going because I got it out of there before it burned down too far, but it would have been wasted too. So you get what you pay for. Is kind of your message, you know. And you get what you're willing to put up with, was my mother's favorite saying. Now another thing that you could do, you could stick the incense. I can stick that incense in the candle wax, and it'll burn all the way down. I'm going to try it with both pieces, even this tiniest piece. So you got to get ingenious, right? I might have gone too far. See, sometimes. Or maybe what I do is I'll stick it in there. I got to remember to blow these out because I don't want to wreck my candle wax. Okay. So you can make something work. You just have to use your wit. Okay. So at 23:32, interesting. 5 and 5, 2 halves of one whole. 10 is an ending. Something is ended, which means there'll be a new beginning. 5. There's a significant change occurring in your life, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes, right? Don't forget to ask for help. And then say thank you right away. Thank you for lightening my workload and making the calls that I have be pleasant and helpful. And the people that call in be the ones that are actually interested in hearing what Spirit has to say. Thank you for the calls that come in that are uplifting. Remember yesterday I said I would really like to have some happy calls, some good news. I got a call from one of my clients I hadn't heard from in a few weeks, and it was wonderful. It was so awesome. He says, I want to tell you, he goes, you're going to be really happy to hear the things that I have to say. And I said, okay, what is it? And he says, I had a blue butterfly. He goes, it was nighttime, and I went to shut the porch, and something hit the back of my head, and it landed right next to me, and it was a blue butterfly. And I said, really? Butterflies don't fly at night. And he goes, well, it was on the screen. wonder where butterflies go at night. You ever thought about that? Where do they go? He says, and then earlier, a butterfly, blue butterfly, landed on his hand. And he told me how he was at work, and he'd been listening to these self-help videos. They weren't self-help, they were positive affirmations for making your life, you know, happier and better. And his boss came up to him, and he said he wanted to have the link for the videos. And he said, I've noticed a change in you, and if it's helping you, then maybe there's something that I can learn. And I'm like, oh my God. I go, you know what? I just asked Spirit to give me something happy, and you're the call. Thank you for being the one to call me. So ask Spirit for what you need, and then say thank you right away, like it's there, because I got it, and I did say that. Thank you for making my workload easier. Thank you for making my calls pleasant, and the people that call in be the ones that really want to hear what Spirit has to say. Thank you for giving me clarity and solutions to issues that I can't quite figure out, and they have. Thank you for giving me the right information so that I can help Lillian Liger's health, and it happened, right? What else do you want? Thank you for giving me friendly people that that are nice, that I can hang out with, that are of like mind, so I don't feel so alone. Thank you for helping me notice all the beautiful things around me and the things that I have to be grateful for. So 2623, the delicate fairy and her ferrets. Change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. Well, we know that, right? Change, the reason it can hurt is because you're used to something. And what you're used to, you're comfortable with, even if it's not good. Seriously. That's why abused people stay in abusive relationships, because they know it. They're comfortable with it. They know how to act. They know what to do. If they were to leave that situation, even if they were away from their abuser, they don't know what's going on, what it will be like outside, and they don't know how they will act. So it's scary, right? And transition from one stage to another can be extremely painful. From a pregnant woman to delivering that baby, oh my God, it's excruciating. But look at the result. You end up with this incredibly beautiful gift. If you have braces on your teeth, you put braces, you got crooked teeth, you put the braces on, and it hurts. It's hard to eat. The brace wire breaks off and stabs you in the lip and in the cheek. And when the dentist tightens the braces, it hurts like hell. Even if you bite down on something, it's throbbing. It's difficult to talk at first. Everything about it is uncomfortable. But when they take the braces off, it's weird. It's weird. I had braces on to correct a bite that I had. My teeth were straight, but my bite was off. And so I didn't want to wear my teeth down, so I needed to have these braces. And I went through all of that. And when they took the braces off, then you have to wear a retainer, and that's awkward. And try and talk with a retainer. It sounds like you're lisping, right? So, but it's worth it in the end. It's something beautiful that comes from it in the end. So we have to experience the discomfort in order to get the benefit. So when this fairy comes along with her little companions, these are the ones that are here to help her. She's not allowed to be a passive person. She has to be taught to be stronger. She needs to know how to care less for others and more into her own power. Care less about the differences between her and them, and not worry so much about the way they do things, and step more into her own personal power. It's kind of like the Noni stones, the wisdom, these little sacred markers. Think about your path that you're going along. There's the first one. It's pretty big, right? It's the base. Then the next one, the light from Spirit. And you kind of have to balance that. And then now you've got on top a combination of your base and the wisdom that you've got. You're balancing it all together. It's an achievement, right? So this is what these little ferrets, these three, have come forward to help. Interesting that we're getting the number 3 twice in the same message, right? For the same people. Full circle completion. It also means the Ascended Master is working with you. There is an Ascended Master that's helping you. The one you probably feel closest to. For me, it would be my mom. My mom had green eyes and dark hair. That actually would look like my mom. Interesting. So, this is also talking to you about... Oh, interesting. I got a different message for a second, and I wonder why that is. Because the mermaid came up in my dreams last night. I was a mermaid in my dreams, and I was swimming around, and I was in an aquarium, a giant aquarium. I'll have to understand why that came up just now for myself. My aquarium is Facebook, right? All the windows looking in, this giant aquarium, and I'm the mermaid swimming around. I was trying to make something easier for someone. They were having a hard time with it. So, right now, it's talking about the change that we go through. We change. Some changes that just come naturally to us. And then there's changes we choose. We alter ourselves. And as we do that, we have to adapt. Just like I said with the braces, right? When you're pregnant, you gotta wear different kind of clothes. You wear different shoes. You've got to have a temperature, different pillows. Everything you have to alter in order to make yourself comfortable as you go through these changes. And right now, Spirit's coming forward, these little ferrets are coming forward to give you the tools that you need to strengthen yourself while you develop the skills that you're learning. And there's going to be a guide that's given to you. Because you're going through, it's kind of like, I can't see the forest for the trees, right? Well, you're going to be given a forest guide to help you through the forest. And you're probably feeling vulnerable, and maybe there's a little bit of fear. Just like I said, if you were in an abusive relationship or an abusive job, it's anywhere where you're not happy, anything that is causing you stress or pain or upset that's unnecessary is abusive. So it can be anything that's not working for you, right? Something that's not working for you. You leave that, you're vulnerable now. You don't have the assurance of, even though that wasn't comfortable going there, at least you knew you had a job, you had a paycheck, right? You knew you had the attention of those people. Those people that aren't actually really nice to you, those friends that you hang out with, you want their attention, you want their time. If you step outside of what they think is normal or what they agree with, they're going to ostracize you, they're going to make fun of you, you're not going to be welcome. And what if you get shut out? And now you're outside and you don't have them, but you're looking outside at something else that you like, that you'd rather have, but you're not really sure about that either because you haven't gone all the way there. So what do? You stay in this situation where you're at with these friends that you don't really like, you don't really get along with. They're not nice to you, they criticize you, they ridicule what matters to you and what you're searching for and what you're looking at out there. You know what it is, you want it, but if you leave this and they shut you out, then you've got no one. And what if it doesn't work out there? Wow. Are you never going to grow up? Are you always going to stay in kindergarten? One cycle has ended, Spirit's telling you. And you can choose to be courageous and challenge your own self-limiting beliefs, questioning your attachments to what other people call the truth, releasing the attachments to what other people feel you should be doing, right? In the way that you should do things in your life, either by a contract or, I don't know, you're going to do something. If you're ready to grow up, if you're ready to ascend, if you are actually choosing to be awake, there's some kind of an initiation that's going to be going on. You need to make the choice to your contract. Remember I said if you're going to sign a contract, make sure you've got an escape clause. Because if it's not working out, you don't want to be tied to that. Every initiation that you go through is difficult because you got to step out of your comfort zone, right? Into something unfamiliar. Something that you are not quite sure of the finish of. In order to expand. And that's why we're here. That's why we came here, to expand. You can stay safe in that uncomfortable place. It's really not safe because it's demining you. It's undermining you. It's demeaning you. Demining you. Isn't that funny? Undermining and demeaning all together. Demining. It is. It's shutting your crown down. It's shutting your expansion down. You're not growing. You're stagnating. And you're getting like that turkey that's gotten all slimy. You can wash it off if that's what you're willing to eat. My mom would rather throw it away and get something good, something fresh. And you know what I decided in the end when I was looking at those two wolves? I'm not going to eat meat. I'm not going to eat that turkey sandwich. I'm going to make a cream cheese sandwich. And think about what cream, cheese, cream that rises to the top. That's the best. That's what I was going to make. I was choosing the best for me. I wasn't going to eat slimy old meat that somebody had left stuck in the top of the refrigerator. I chose to feed the light wolf, not the dark wolf, because I deserve the best. I need to be the star of my own show. I'm not going to feed you. This is my show, right? I'm going to take care of me. So you need to shift your focus. At this time, maybe you're going to get a new friend, if you've asked for that, an advisor, maybe some information that's going to come forward. And you got to shift your focus from what it is that you're fearing to what it is that you want to become. Face what it is that's scaring you. And what's so stupid, and we all do this, and we all have to realize that what we're facing is fear, false expectations appearing real, false evidence appearing real. It isn't real. That's the illusion. So if you need to, call upon the great horned owl or the barred owl. Ask for the owl wisdom. So see past the illusion. See through the deception. See through the deception and past the illusion. It's all in your own mind. It's a facade. It's just fog. What's in front of you is not going to kill you. It might hurt a little bit because you know what? When you do say, look, this is who I am and this is what I'm choosing, to the people that you've been hanging out with, like that one that says, well, I'm just hanging out here with my friends. You know what you want? You want attention. You just want attention. You want approval. You want others' approval. And when you want others' approval, you're not strong enough to stand on your own and say that I don't need your approval. I approve of myself. I'm the star of my own show. I don't need to be in your show because it's a show that you're putting on. It's not even real. Choose to reach to the top and rise and give yourself the cream of the crop. Make a sandwich of that and throw away the turkeys. That slimy turkey. You can't, no matter how much you wash that off, it's not going to be anything more than a slimy turkey. That's all it is. Spirit doesn't want us to eat meat anyway. And the cream of the crop, that's vegan cream. So recognize that once you realize that it might be painful. Sometimes it's difficult, you know, when we ascend, I mean, it is. Our friends fall away. Sometimes by choice, sometimes that's just what happens. It's the separating work, and it happens naturally. As we step into, and you know what, it doesn't even have to be our spiritual life. It can be just growing up. When you were in elementary school, you hung out with these people, right? And then you went to junior high, and things kind of shifted a little bit. Some of them went with you, right? And then you get to high school. Well, then even more kind of shifted away. And you're getting more, you know, specialized. You're getting kind of like more dialed into the ones that are really, you know, in line with what you're doing. And then you go to college. Well, really only the ones that had your back and the ones that were always there for you, the friends, the true blue, you know, that were there when the chips were down, that the ones that are happy for you when you succeed and aren't jealous of you when you get something that they don't, those are the ones that you stick with, right? Then you go to university. Wow. And you know what? Maybe you're their boss now, and is that going to change your friendship? When you get to be an adult, you realize whose opinion really matters. And it's the opinion of yourself, and really the one that you choose to be with. That's your best friend, your partner in life. It doesn't really matter what other people think. And you know what? Even in partnerships, we're not going to always agree. We're not. And we shouldn't want to force another to be the way we are. That's why we were drawn to each other, because there are unique differences that we have that complement each other, right? Same thing with friends. You can have friends, and you know what? You can have friends that you've had since you were in school. And those are the cool ones, the ones that no matter what you go through, no matter what changes, they're always there for you because they're just your friend. They don't judge you. They don't expect you to be like them or do what they want you to do. That's a real friend, and that's the friend that you keep. You know, I would rather have 3 real good friends than a whole bunch of acquaintances that really don't give a shit. It's up to you what you want. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is your message, your clarifier? Haha, wow. Both of you, unless you chose these two and you both have this issue. Work imbalance. Well, you got to figure it out then, don't you? Maybe the place where you're working is not the best place for you. Maybe the imbalance is like the message that we just got. The imbalance is these people don't have the same ideals as you. They don't have the same respect for the same things. So it's imbalanced. So maybe your working conditions are not the place, they're not ideal, it's not good for you. You're carrying too much weight. You feel maybe pushed out in the cold. Maybe you get hot and embarrassed, or maybe there's arguments. That's not the place for you, is it? That's very clear what this message is telling you. Something is imbalanced about your work life. It's not working for you. Only you can figure out how to fix that. So now we go to the lion, the wisdom of the lion. And remember, a lion doesn't always have to roar, right? Sometimes the lion's wisdom is, the courageousness is in forgiveness and compassion, kindness, and gentleness. The lion says this is a situation that is calling for delicacy and gentleness. So use that. Use your wisdom. Check it out, you guys. Burned right down. And look how much was lost. Almost nothing. Right? You just had to use your head a little bit. Look how much was lost. Just a little, I would say, I mean, compared to the length of the stick that was stuck when you fed it to that dragon tiger, tiniest bit. And now I blow off the ash, and the next time this candle is lit, that'll fill right in, and I've lost nothing. Smart. See? To every problem there's a solution. All right. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I love this fan right here on me. Blowing on me, it feels great. All right. Kali. Well, here's Kali, the goddess of destruction. And whether you've realized it or not, you have called Kali in. Kali doesn't come without us asking for it. We've asked for this to end. There's a situation that we weren't happy with. Maybe it's the work situation. Maybe it's that group of friends that you've been hanging out with because you are so desperately wanting their approval. Maybe you've always been there. Maybe they've been friends since school, right? Everybody's kind of changed. Well, maybe they haven't. Maybe you've changed, but they haven't. And it's not comfortable. And so you've called it in. I'm giving an example. I don't like the way things have been. I'm not happy here. This isn't working. It goes against my principles. I'm not able to be who I really am. I've got to please everybody all the time, and I'm not happy. They're not happy with me, and I'm not happy. I feel bad about myself because I'm not being truthfully who I am. I'm disrespecting myself. I'm having to compromise my standards and my beliefs. I don't want that. I don't like it. I'm not happy with that. Okay? Remember yesterday I said I'm not happy with this situation. What do you do when you're not happy? Change it. So here Kali is saying, you've called me in and I've come forward. And all of these skulls, these are all the old beliefs, the old way of doing things, all of the old ways that were no longer working. I've cut them away. Last night, I realized the ex that I needed to cut away. It was amazing how long it took me to figure out who it was. Remember, I was shown dark black cat with green eyes, like my cat Prince, right? The one that was taken out of the drug house. And he's a beautiful boy. I loved him. He's a good boy. And he loves me and he wants my attention, but he's very happy with my landlord, drinking beer, eating beans, watching football. He's a real bachelor. He doesn't ever want to be anything other than that. That's what he wants. And it doesn't matter how much I try and clean him up. The second I clean him up, he runs right out and he gets dirty again. That's what he wants. So I'm leaving him. He's happy with my landlord. He doesn't fit in with Lillian Liger and my life. We like things clean. We like things organized. We like it peaceful. He fights with my cats. So there's an energy of someone in my life that came in, and it was someone that I cared about very much. And you know that when you can think of them and you can smile and you can remember the good things and it doesn't hurt anymore, you know you're over it, right? And I realized who he was. I posted it for a while, and then I thought, no, I don't want to give the wrong idea. I posted some pictures of him and the message that he sent me. And I said exactly those words. When you can look at that person and think of that person, remember that person, and smile and remember that you fell in love with the way their words were like poetry. They spoke like poetry. I loved that. It grabbed my mind. It was amazing. I still smile when I read his words. It's pure poetry. But there was vast differences in our lifestyle. And I'm happy to call him a friend. I'm happy to have known him. But it's over. And the ties are cut. And I cut the cords. And it was interesting because there were similarities. Like my landlord said, wow, he's like Liger. He's shy like Liger. He's beautiful like Liger. He's tall. One had really dark hair and green eyes, right? The other one was a blend, tiger and lion. And one's a forest cat. Liger's a Norwegian forest cat. I'm Norwegian. The other half of him is the forest cat. And the other, we pulled him from a drug house. He was, he had a difficult time with his father. Never happy with him. Caused him to do things to make up for that were difficult. And it's interesting, they both have black Irish in them. One had black hair with green eyes, though. Prince in dusty armor. And I cut the cord. It's interesting. So, for you, there's something that you've called in an ending for, something that doesn't work for you. Maybe at one time it did, but it no longer feels right for you. There's something that doesn't work for you. So Callie's come forward, and she is here to end this. Now, it can be a way of thinking. It can be a belief system, right? It can be like those people that you grew up with, and you've changed now, and you don't feel the same way. You don't believe the same way. You have a different way of looking at things. So she's here to cut the cords, cut the heads off. Could be overthinking, overanalyzing. Could be a bad habit, whatever it is. But this is the mother goddess. Remember in my dream, my mom said to me, oh, if you're willing to eat that, I'm not. Right? So she says, I'm not willing to eat that. This has already been activated. There's no stopping this. You've called this in, so it's happening. And you don't have to worry because the angels are working with you. 1 and 3 is 4. There are angels all around you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. There is no reason for fear. But Callie wants to know, are you able to do this? Because she's coming here to clear away people that are leeching your energy, draining your strength, getting rid of relationships that don't do anything but hold you back and keep you stuck. Whether you realize it or not, you have called this in. And when you let go of something, something is done. It's like that guy who, he wants your attention, but he's a bachelor. He doesn't want to be anything than a bachelor. He'll give you a little bit here and there, but he's never going to give you more. He's just going to give you a little bit. He'll come in and out, in and out, in and out, like Lily, right? In and out, in and out. But you're never going to get more than that. And why waste your favorite incense on that tiger that he's just going to eat it up and give you nothing back? You're going to waste what's precious to you, your energy, your time, your life, your years, your emotions, your heart. Why would you do that? So cut away. You've been longing to let this go. I'm not interested in somebody who just is more interested in their work than me. Right? I'm sorry. I've got to do this. This is important to me. This is important. Well, I'm important too. And so I choose to make a cream cheese sandwich for myself. And I'm not having salmon. I'm not having fish. I'm not having turkey. I don't want the turkey and I don't want the fish. I choose me. Right? So can you do what needs to be done? We're working with the energy of Callie here. Can you go through the changes? Because you've been resisting them just like I was. Right? I've been trying. I've been holding on. But it's not good enough to give. I I'm not satisfied with crumbs, and I'm not satisfied with slimy turkey. No. And I don't want the fish. I want the cream of the crop. I want the emperor. I don't want some dusty a prince in dusty armor that's never going to be anything more than that. Cleans up a little bit and runs right out and gets himself dirty again, because that's what he wants. Let him go. Let him be. Let him be where he wants to be. Let him hang out in his man cave with the boys, drinking beer, eating beans, and watching the game, because he's never going to be part of your team. And I've chosen that for myself. So can you? Can you rejoice and understand that, you know what? Well, that was great. Thanks. Thanks for being part of my life. But, you know, I no longer need that. I cut the cords. Right? Let go of the stale energy. Move forward. Don't hesitate. Can you do that? I can. Can you say yes to what's waiting for you on the other side? I certainly can. My arms are freaking open. Open. I threw the turkey to both. I gave one to the dark brother and one to the lighter brother. Here, you have this, you have that, and I'm done. I'm making a cream cheese sandwich. I don't want either one of them. You can have it. You guys go play your game, both of you. Right? And then you can put these lessons that you've learned and wear them with pride. And right in the center, you keep your star sapphire, because you are the star of your own show. I freaking love this message. Yes, I do. And I got my lesson, and I love it. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, what's the clarifier for this? Clearly the Noni stones were one of... Or was this? This is a lion. Remember I told you Liger is half lion, half tiger? That was the wisdom of the lion. Oh God. What's coming next? Oh, after this one. I'm happy with that reading. Yes, I am. I get it. I'm happy. You know what? And it's like, you know what? It's, you can laugh at yourself. That's cool. That's when you know you figured out. That's when you know that you've listened to what the Heyoke has brought forward, the trickster, right? You've learned to laugh at your mistakes. You figured it out. You're like, oh my God, doesn't it feel good? It does. It feels fucking awesome. It does. It feels. You know what it feels? Free. I like freedom. I do not want to be owned, and I am not owned by fucking anyone. Oh, it feels good. Looking at this horse. Yeah, this cat means independence. This dog means love, unconditional love, loyalty, and faithfulness, but only to who deserve it, and it's to the self first. And this horse means forward movement. And this bird means, I listen to that little bird cheeping in my ear, right? And I'm going forward with the divine masculine. I move forward. I'm a freaking Aries dragon. And this little turtle, I got my home on my back, and wherever I go, I'm good. Green grass, moving forward. Fucking love it. So the person in your life has got a problem speaking. They don't know what to say. They got issues with their mouth, right? Maybe they say the wrong words. Maybe they don't know how to open up their mouth. Lily is telling me she's got problems with her teeth or gums. They need attention. So that's why, and right now, check this out. She's eating her grass. It's good for her. Good for her. You learn what your animals need, right? You learn what you need. And when you look at that, that shows me I need more green. I said yesterday, what am I lacking in my body? Green. So I'm going to make a smoothie after this and make sure I got a lot of my super greens in there. But green leafy, I need green leafy vegetables. So green leaf. What do I need? Grass. Pot? No, I need grass. I need grass under my feet, because what did I say? What did I say? This turtle that has a home on her back, she needs green grass under her body. Yes, she does. That's what I need. So I'm going to there. So, your pet's telling you, I've got problems with my throat, or with my mouth, or with my gums, or with my teeth. I might need some new toys, or bones or treats that'll help my teeth. So that's why Lily is eating her little treats. She likes those treats. They're good for her teeth. They clean off the tartar. They help their gums be stronger, right? Maybe you need to brush your animal's teeth. There's no way in hell my cats will let me brush their teeth. I tried it. Now, if this is a human, this is funny. You don't know what to say. This is Loki. This is my daughter, Lisi. This is her firstborn. And he is, oh, look at that little hummingbird. Hello. Loki is my favorite. You think about Loki and Thor, right? Thor's the thunder god. And Loki was the stepbrother, actually. I don't even know if he was related. I think he was. He was the stepbrother. But he was the one that was always in trouble. But Loki's my favorite. And he's jealous of all the other dogs. He kind of stays to himself. He's difficult, but he loves me the most, and I love him. And this looks like Loki. I miss him. I think I'm going to have to call my daughter today and say I need to come over at least just to see my granddog. So your person is having a difficult time speaking up for themselves. That's what I'm getting. They have a hard time speaking up for themselves. They're on this hard tile floor. And what's interesting about this is that's my floor. Check it out. That's my floor. And Loki, remember I said the first one? Firstborn. Who was the firstborn of our lives? Us. We have a difficult time speaking up for ourselves, so we've had to learn to remedy that, have we not? Yes, we have. I'm not taking leftovers. I'm not taking crumbs, thanks. I want the emperor. I'm not into some dusty prince that wants to hang out in the man cave and give me crumbs. Fuck that shit. I got no problem speaking up for myself right now. Thanks. Remember yesterday I said I wanted the truth from you? No. What I want is I want to be treated with respect and love. That's what I deserve. That's what I have to say. And how you treated me was disrespectful. And it's not okay. It's not okay what you did. That's what I have to say. It's not okay what you did. So there. I didn't have a problem getting it out today, but I did yesterday. So maybe you need to say what you feel, right? Because somebody's having trouble speaking. They're having issues with their mouth. Maybe they say something that they shouldn't have said. Or maybe they're having trouble speaking. Maybe you ought to gargle with some apple cider vinegar. Apple cider with the mother. Maybe you'll need to learn some lessons from your mother, right? I like this. This is awesome. Fucking awesome. This is a good day. This is a good day. Okay, for our last message, we're going to go to my religion is kindness. And you know what? Kindness starts at home. It does. Kindness starts at home. If you can't be good to the ones in your own home, you're not going to be good to anyone else. So kindness starts at home. And we go to the shapeshifters. Interesting. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We're at 56 minutes and 49 seconds. I don't know if I said the time on the line, but I'll fix it in a bit when I go to edit this. Lily probably is going to go in and throw up on my carpet. Isn't that interesting? Cats, they eat grass because when their stomach gets upset, that's what settles their stomach. They know what works for their stomach. It's like if I have an upset stomach, even though it tastes gross, I will take baking soda, warm baking soda and water. It's gross, but it literally will settle the acid in your stomach. It settles your stomach. But for me, I just swallow it. I'll deal with it. My cat, she's got to go in, and she doesn't go to the tile. No, that would be too convenient. She goes over to the wool carpet and throws up on that. So she's gone in the house. I'm sure to find the perfect place to throw up on my carpet. That'll be a message to me, too. Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more shuffle. One more shuffle, Spirit. What is the best message for all who chose my religion is kindness? This would be a message for me, too. Ooh, that was a clear-cut one. Sacred Beetle armor. Now, what do you think of that, considering the Sacred Beetle came flying in today to see us? How cool is that? Made himself very, very known, didn't he? Wanted to be seen. So right now, Spirit's telling you that guess what? You have protection. They are giving you protection right now. So before, there was a little bit of worry about moving forward, right? Because you were afraid to step out into the, not the unknown. Not quite sure what's going to be on the other side. You've cut off what didn't work for you. But now it's like, right? So here you are in the forest, and that beetle is coming to say, we are protecting you. 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. Goes back down to 1. It's all about you. It's all about you. And it's also the beginning. It reduces to 1. A new beginning. So right now, sometimes we have to have a shield of protection up, right? When we're down, we really have to have our shield up when our energy is low, right? Sometimes we're in an area where we know we've got adversaries, we've got negative energy coming at us. We definitely need to keep our shield of protection up. We should always have a shield up to ward off any negativity. This beetle represents a shield, a scarab, right? I think of King Tut and his lapis and the shield of the scarab beetle. So this beautiful fairy, she's got a companion, and this is a very, very faithful companion. This one cares about this one. And Spirit's telling you in this message, you need friends too. These friends are a strong shield for you. It's great to be open and friendly and, you know, to people. That's wonderful. You want to have a beautiful demeanor. You want to have an open, friendly demeanor. But sometimes when we're too open, we become vulnerable. Because there are others, especially when you're an empath, you're a mark. They look at you and they're like, she is so willing to give. They drain you because what they want is your energy. You're open. You're too open, and they can come in and stick their little stinger in you and suck your energy out. So Spirit doesn't want you to be paranoid right now, because right now you do have the ability to put an end to what's going on. Because you're being interfered with. People are fucking with your energy. They're fucking with you. So this is an Atlas shield, an Atlas beetle. Look at the forks on there. This is a protective one. They're going to shield you from harm. They're going to help you when you start to pull yourself away from this destructive energy. These wings are metallic. They're like, they are when we call in, you know, when we do the solar shielding, and I ask for the shield when the molten lava from the divine masculine falls down around the outside of us, we ask that it be turned into titanium, right? This is what this beetle has got, this metallic shield. And it's going to minimize any aggressors or people that want to hurt you, people that want to suck your energy, anything in your environment that is negative, anybody that is a predatory person that is looking for an opportunity to come in and use what you have. So for a limited time period, you've got the protection of this energy around you right now. And while you've got this energy around you, it's going to allow you to get closer to the dreams that you really, really deserve, the ones that you've been trying to pull in. But you got to move, and you need to move fast. You've got a temporary shielding. You need to learn how to develop or recreate and maintain your own shield. Right now, there's all kinds of ways that this is talking about for us. In the absolute physical world, this is talking about wearing sunscreen if you're out in the sun. There's a lot of people, you know, we used to lay out in the sun all the time. I think about myself a couple years ago here when I was at the lake. I was laying out, I was out in my bathing suit. I would do readings out on the water. I'm wearing a bathing suit and I was getting burned, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, my skin's aging. I need to be careful. I'm not out there anymore. I haven't been out in the sun at all this year. I'm very protective of my skin because you start thinking about things as you get older. The older gentleman next door, he's in his 80s, but he's got half his face is eaten with skin cancer. My landlord got skin cancer. I keep saying, you need to wear your freaking hat. You need to put your sunscreen on. No, I'm fine. No, you're not fine. Go out in the early morning. Go out in the later afternoon. Don't be out in the heat of the sun. This is about wearing protective layers of clothing. This is about putting barriers between you and things that are out of balance, right? Things that are not in your highest good. This is about creating a proper shield. When you get up in the morning, ask for a shield of protection. Let's use the water. I always use the divine sun. Let's do this. What we'll do, see if I can see the sun. If I can't do it, we'll use the water. Can you see the sun? Let's see. Let's see if this works. I don't want to... You can see that sun. Grab that shield. Hold that energy. Pull it down into your body, into your crown, all the way down. Activate it. Highlight it. Okay? There's my little orange guy sitting right on top again. He's showing up again. Sacral chakra, sexual energy and creativity. We're going to use this. That energy. It's gone down through your body. I'm going to do it right now. I'm standing here. If you could see the way I'm standing. I've got my legs firm on the ground, right? Split apart. I'm grounded. I got my feet anchored into the ground. Imagine roots going down, all the way down through these layers, all the way down to the ground, anchoring you down. Okay, you're solid, right? You're solid. You got that divine masculine energy moving down, filling you up, your core, all the way from your feet all the way up. As it passes every single chakra, it starts to highlight all of them. Everything's spinning. It's gone by your root, it's gone by your base. Here it goes through your sacral chakra. Now it's going up through your solar plexus. It's going up through your heart chakra. Now it's going up through your throat. It's going up through your third eye and out your crown. And as it shoots out the top, interesting, that little guy's flying around as I was saying that. It's shooting out the top. And as it comes down around the outside, it's going to go all the way down, and it's going to hit that water, which is down below us, our emotional waters. And as it hits the water, it turns into that shield. Now what's interesting, I've not done this before. I think I'll show you in this direction. Now we've got the shield, and see how it's a reflection? It's like a mirror. It's titanium. Titanium mirrored shielding. Do that. So what has happened is, as we have filled up, we've activated our chakras, right? We've got ourselves grounded, first of all. We've burned off any negative fear, any doubt, any worry, anything that was on the inside that we have polluted by our own negative thinking. And as it came out across the top and down outside, anybody or anything that has come against us or tried to drain our energy, put arrows in. I told you, I didn't even know that I had cords wrapped around me from my ex. I had no idea. And there's cords around me from another ex too, and I've severed them as well. So all those cords, all of the attachments, they're all removed. I stand free and clear. That's what you stand like every single morning. Do that. You've got a protective coating, and now, just like this sacred beetle, we have got titanium shield, a mirrored coating, a mirrored reflection. Titanium. But it's mirrored so that it reflects. Anybody that sends anything out to us, it shoots it back to them. Maybe it will reflect to them what they're doing so that they can see it and learn a lesson. Nothing can come into our shield but love, and nothing goes out from our shield but love. And we ask that the love does radiate out, even to the ones that are trying to attract our energy and trying to pull this away. Because we don't want anything but positive to come and vibrate from us. And what we have done, we've just had a mini death and a rebirth, and we've done it ourselves. And there's our animal messenger showing up to confirm it. California condor, the vulture. And when the vultures are at your door again and they're whispering, "You're out of time," we say, "I will rise. This is my death, my transformation, and my rebirth. And here I am. I am not down for the count. I am up high, flying." Oh, I love. So you need to do this every day. It doesn't take very long. We've got our own shielding, right? So now we'll be more aware. And with that mirrored that titanium shielding, it's going to bounce off of us because now we're aware of it. We've paid attention. We've been watching. We're flying high. It keeps us, when we do that, we're aware. We're paying attention, right? So that's what we've done. We visualized that. Breathe in the fresh air. That vulture is flying high. Now we've gone from the vultures circling at our door thinking they're going to pick us off, pick our energy off. No way. We have become the vulture. This is a case of, instead of being the hunter and being the hunted, we are the hunter. But we're not going to go after anyone. Just like that one, we're going to ascend higher. Once we were hunted, but now we watch. Now we see you. We see you. We know who you are. But I'm ascending higher. I wish you well. Blessings on your journey. Enjoy your games. So right now, we've had intervention from this beetle helping us, because we've been feeling raw, we've been feeling run down, we've been feeling very sensitive. It felt as though our nerves were exposed, because they were. But now we've got this shield, this protector that's stepped in, and these wings are spread over top of us, and we are shielded, and we've done it ourselves. We've learned how to do it ourselves. We have now set in place clear, strong, healthy boundaries. And we got to do this in our living life, in our waking life right now. When somebody asks you to do something that you don't want to do, be very happy to say, "No, thank you. I'm doing something right now. I appreciate that, but no thanks." Right? Because this is an opportunity that you have had, and you haven't dared to use it before. But you're shielded right now. Nothing's going to hurt you right now. We have to learn about this. Become stronger and become healthier. This is how we create our own safe environment for ourselves. And by doing so, we're an example to others. This is a case of, we were just taught and now we can be the teacher, right? Just like that one, that my client. I'm working with him, I'm talking to him, I'm saying to him, "You know what? Positive affirmations. Stop saying bad things about yourself." He was saying, "I'm a retard." He called himself a retard. I was in a retard class. And I said, you know what? Don't say that. Who taught you that? That's not the truth. I said, you're a very loving, gentle person. You're a good person. Yeah, but I don't have book smarts. Well, who gives a shit? I can't add worth of crap. I didn't learn my skills here going to school to learn it. Nobody taught me this. Spirit taught me this. I used my own natural abilities. Abilities that people used to say were negatives about me. And I'm telling you, you're a very loving, kind, gentle person. And all you need to do is start telling yourself that and start believing that. He told me that his mother started noticing that about a change in him. His mother who was actually critical of him, her own child. But she noticed a change in him. And now he's got his boss noticing it. I said, I am so proud of you. Are you proud of yourself? You need to be proud of yourself. And I gotta tell you, you made my day. He felt pretty good. He goes, well, I really wish I could get the attention of the girl that I really like. And I said, you know what? Maybe she's not good enough for you. Maybe there's something better for you. All you need to do is just shine your light and be who you are, and you will draw. You already are. You're already making changes. Your mom noticed, your boss. I said, you have now become the teacher. You listened. How quickly you learned. How quickly you learned, and you became a teacher. And now he's going to say what you taught him. He's going to do that. That's how it works. We're all part of one team. This is freaking awesome. Got to tell you, that was a beautiful call for me to get. And God. And when I hung up the phone with him, I said to the Father, bring him someone worthy of him. Someone that deserves him. Bring him someone like that, because I'm getting really emotional. This is a good, kind, loving, gentle person. He would give you the shirt off his back, and he puts himself down. He doesn't recognize how freaking amazing he is. Please give him what he deserves. And I know Spirit will. It's time. It's time for a change or activity. When I get this clock in a reading, it depends on what's happening before. Here, it's time to change. It's time for you to say goodbye to what doesn't work. It's time for you to say no. It's time for me to live with someone else, another family. Now, this could represent someone, if this was a reading that we were talking about death, someone was going, we have to accept it. It's time for me to be off to Spirit, and we would have to release them. We're not talking about that in this instance. However, if you do have something in this in your life, it's pointing to you. Actually, I'm not even going to tell you. Whatever bird you're drawn to, that's the message for you. You need to look it up. I was drawn to the robin redbreast, which is a new beginning. So it's time for the old to go. Right? And look at that. It blew over. It's winds of change. I've appreciated our time together. Thanks for the lessons. We'll always be together in spirit. Blessings on your journey. I only wish you well, but it's time for me to move on. That's what this message says. Now, if things were going in a different direction, if it was all very positive and fluffy, then I would say the person is saying, wow, you know what? It's time for us to be together. I'm looking at a clock. And this might be saying time's running out. Right? It's time to love yourself. It's time for growth. It's time for the truth. Blue is always about speaking your truth. Green, and blue and green are merging together, turquoise, right? So it's time for your soul's path to move forward. It's time for healing. It's time for self-love. It's time to get grounded. It's time to get real. It's time to get out into nature. It's time to move on and up. It's time. So at 1 hour and 13 minutes, we're to wrap. Love you guys.